everybody, and welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a potential game that can maybe take the place of Marvel Avengers Alliance in your gameplay rotation. It's not actually going to be DC Comics Legends, but I wanted to throw this game a nod due to the fact that some people are recommending it. I unfortunately haven't had a chance to try this yet, as my iPad mini is not one of the games that I can install this on. What I have done is I have grabbed the IPA from iPhone Cake, and since iOS 9.3.3 is jailbreakable, I'm going to update my Mini to 9.3.3, jailbreak it, and then install the game and try it out. What we are going to talk about today is this game, Iron Maiden Legacy. So this game was brought to me by Agent Ree. And Agent Ree said, hey, check this game out. It reminds me a lot of Marvel Avengers Alliance. And immediately upon installing it and seeing the icon on the Play Store, I'm like, wait a minute, that's fucking Eddie. I hope this game's not ripping off... Oh, it actually is an Iron Maiden game. It's not trying to rip it off. Wow. So immediately I was already had my curiosity piqued, because this is an Iron Maiden sanctioned game. And this isn't some cheesy knockoff like that Marvel Mighty Heroes that has Wolverdog instead of Wolverine or something like that. And actually I'm going to show you a third game that might take the place of it, and this is something that I was introduced to over on Facebook, but more on that in a little bit. But this is a legit Iron Maiden based game. And I haven't had a lot of experience in band-based games before, other than Journey Escape way back on the Atari 2600. And yes, I'm highly dating myself there, but I did play the Journey game on the Atari way back when. A friend of mine who had the ColecoVision and the Atari adapter had the game, and I played it. It's kind of funny to think that Coleco had an adapter that allowed you to play another system's games. That's kind of like an adapter that allows you to play PlayStation 4 games on an Xbox One. Crazy. But if you're a metal fan, if you are an Iron Maiden fan, you're probably going to really love this game. The music, the characters, it's everything from the Iron Maiden universe. Is like, that's the Wickerman back there. I mean, the Wickerman is not specific to Maiden, but it does feature in some of their stuff. That's the Power Slave, Eddie Pharaoh. I mean, Trooper, there's so much stuff here that is all related to Maiden in the background. Music is Maiden, and the graphic, the Eddie gaseous cloud back there, the Eddie icon down here with the bolted on plate in front, Trooper, all Maiden stuff. Now, you can see from the interface, it has a resemblance to almost all of the Marvel games we play now. It's a little bit Contest of Champions, a little bit Future Fight, and MA 1 and 2. So first thing I want to walk you through is my team. So I have default Eddie over here. He's maxed out at level 20 and 1 star, so he's ready to be evolved. I just don't have the evolution material. And here's my main character. He's kind of Ghost Rider-ish. I have my tank, which is a rock golem. This guy taunts. And the first thing you'll notice is I have red, green, and blue. It is the typical rock, paper, scissors elemental thing you would expect in RPGs, where like water is good against fire, fire is good against ice, and you know, that's exactly what you have in this game. Like, a tactician is good against a blaster, blaster is good against a bruiser. It's just simplified into 3. And it's a lot of fun. So the first thing we'll see over here is that when you're looking at somebody, you can go to the Skills tab, And you will see that you have attack. This is his default attack. This is a special ability. And this is his ultimate, which builds up over time. Here for the Golem, he's got a taunt. Or, no, actually that's his normal attack. And he's got Stone Shield over here. This is his taunt. I have this particular monster over here called a Possessed Mind. Possessed Mind blows up when defeated like Fatal Finish. I have Pharaoh Sand Spirit. I have an Hourglass, which almost looks like a consumable mob, but it's not. It kind of looks like the thing you would consume in a game to power up other heroes like the Cactuars in the Final Fantasy games. It's not. I have this Owl Cultist, which is an enemy mob in the game. Same for the Wicker Dog, so I have a red Wicker Dog, and in my party is a blue Wicker Dog. And then I have another Hourglass mob. I like this Wicker Dog because his default attack is AoE, which is pretty cool. And he also has a heal if needed. So let's jump into some combat. I'll tell you right off, this thing is better suited to be played on a phone or tablet than through emulation. Just because it likes touch a little bit better than mouse clicks, but it's not quite as bad as, say, Contest of Champions. It's probably around the future fight area. Use only basic abilities. Aha. So I'm going to redo this one over here and try to get the third star, quote-unquote. The third Eddie helmet. So my party consists of a red Eddie, the green Golem, the blue dog, against a blue dog and a bunch of red ones. That's another hero you might be able to get in the game called the Corrupt General. And of course, things come at star levels, similar to Marvel Avengers Alliance 2 and Marvel Future Fight. Well, not really Future Fight, but yeah, Future Fight, Contest of Champions. So there's Eddie, and he wails, just like Dickinson. And, I mean, listen to that music. That's Maiden in the background there. So I'm going to start off with this blue dog over here, my blue Wicker Dog, because you see that green under the enemy? That means he's strong against them, so I'm going to lead with his attack. And what you want to do is you want to time your press to be at the exact same time as the circles overlapping. Eddie's red, the dogs are red, so this is neutral. And your ranks for the hits are good, perfect, and late. So there's a perfect hit. And again, we're still looking at red dog, so I'm going to lead with my blue one, which does pretty solid damage to them. And you can click which one you want to attack. Now, so far what you're seeing, you're like, oh, this doesn't look too bad for a mouse. However, some of the specials require some decent mouse input, like a very rapid click or a well-timed click, and it's just easier to do on touch. But, you know, you can get by through Android emulation. It's really not too bad. And the fact that you can pick who you want to attack and who is doing the attacking is really good. Now, this guy can taunt, and I do want to have the boss taunted, but I want to get rid of this guy first. I don't want to attract the red dog into my green golem because of the class differential there. So here, I'm going to get rid of that. For the tree, well, the rock golem, I'm going to taunt. Oh, I messed up. I'm supposed to be using basic abilities only. That taunt might knock me out of the star level. We'll find out. I'll avoid using ultimates, though. When I went through this the first time and I did Eddie's ultimate, it clobbered the dog because he's strong against him. So we'll see if maybe I can still retain credit, even though I did a taunt. It looks like, from what I've seen via touch, if you hit the ability slightly early, it's better than hitting it slightly late. Yeah, I messed up by doing that taunt. However, I did get to power up. So my account level's gone up, and they've gained experience. Eddie is maxed out right now, so there's not much I can do. I did earn a talisman, and I will show you what a talisman gets to do. Alright, so for a talisman, basically you go to a character and you go to their talisman tab, and you can see that basically it ups their stats. This will do that. Now, since my Eddie already has a talisman, I am going to put this on my tank just to beef him up in a little bit. And it looks like talismans have levels, so that I can power them up. And you need evolution material, or go to power up. Nice! Wow, that bumps it up really nice. I think I'm actually going to power up Eddie's talisman instead. Click that, give it 1 rune. So not only do your heroes, quote-unquote, level up, but their equipment levels up also. And it uses gold, but gold doesn't seem too bad. Alright, now let's check out the money conversion over here. We've seen the gameplay, we've seen the heroes. Actually, before we get into money, I'll show you Book of Souls. This is where you can take crystals and you actually get your heroes. When you beat battles and you do stuff, you get crystals that you dump into the Eddy Abyss over here, and you summon heroes. Here's your energy. And you can buy some power-ups over here for crystals, which is probably your direct real-life currency, or real-life conversion. Real-life money conversion. This is trooper points, which is probably going to be like control points. I don't have any trooper friends right now, so I don't have any of these. Gold can be purchased with your crystals, or directly through money. Which is Ironite, is the name of the in-game currency. That seems to be... You know, for $5, that doesn't look too bad. The Ironite might be a little weak, but the gold is nice for $5. That doesn't seem awful. And here is Ironite. So we have a low $3 for 70. We have about $5 for 140. I mean, it's... Maiden is everywhere over here. I mean, Trooper... Alexander from Somewhere in Time, the Mariner stuff, Pharaoh from Power Slave. Your guide, the person that guides you through the game, is the Clairvoyant. I mean, it's just cool. It's so cool. The Wickerman, that Power Slave, Matter of Life and Death, all just such amazing Maiden tie-ins to this. So we've seen the real-life currency. I can't get into the Rift because I haven't gone far enough in yet. We've seen what it looks like to do team arenas, probably PvP. It says that it will be released in an update. And the store, PvE maps. It's a fantastic little game. I don't know if it's available on iOS yet, but it is definitely on Android, and it does do a cloud sync through having a Facebook profile. So give this game a shot. If you like MFF and you were tolerable of MA2, which I was, I liked it, and you want something to fulfill the void of Marvel Avengers Alliance 1 and 2, check this out. I mean, it's not the Marvel Universe, it's the main universe, but you can probably appreciate this game even if you're not a main fan. I am, so I love it. I love the music, I love the references, it's fun, and I definitely thank Agent Ree for recommending this to me. Now, what I'm going to do is pop over really quick to another game that might be in the works. It seems to be a Brazilian developer by the name of Sharp Bits. I've been in contact with the company because a mutual Marvel friend posted it in a group and said, hey, this developer seems to be willing to create a game to fulfill the gap. And from what I can tell, Portuguese is their main language, although the English isn't too bad. And they probably seem to be Brazilian based. Now, here is a little video that's a mock-up of what you can do, and it seems like you have some costume equipment. But, I mean, that's a Wolverine head that transitions into Batman's head, into Cyclops' visor. And you can see from this screenshot over here that it's kind of a Batman Wolverine and a Wolverine claws and hell if I know what that is. It's got some established hero-ish stuff to it, but maybe enough that it doesn't seem to be a cheap knockoff. However, my concern was it says custom your hero. Of course, in American English, we know this is customize your hero. So I made a comment. I was like, please do not attempt to release anything with poor translations. You've got a huge market, parentheses, in the States, close parentheses, that is tired of English games. And I mean that as a reference to the amount of games that are free to play that come to the States from Asian markets that have super bad translations and are very English. You know, like, go to the tree in forest, submit yourself to tree, pray. You know, it's like shit like that. Hopefully their response to me was perfect. They said, we're working on it. It's an early mock-up. Please don't think this is even like pre-alpha material below. We will work on this. Don't think of it as in-game footage. It's just like a rough draft. And I've been going back and forth with it. I just don't want us to see a game that could potentially be on Facebook, fill the gap of Marvel Avengers Alliance, and be sent to American audiences and just have bad translations. I don't know about you guys. I'm sick of it. If they wanted to market this in other markets that were not the States, and that's their main thing, do whatever you want. But if they're going to try to send this into the States, please God, don't have bad translations in English. There's so many Facebook and other cheesy shit free-to-play MMOs out there that do that, and I hope this game doesn't do that. So, take a look at Sharp Bits, DC Comics Legends, and this Maiden game over here, and see what you think. Peace out, everybody.